Do you spend hours each week creating Instagram content, but you're still not getting the sales and the wins that you see everyone and their mom sharing to their feed? It's really rough, but there's usually just a few simple changes you need to make to get there, and I'm going to help you. You are closer than you think. You can find the exact gaps that you have in your Instagram strategy, the gaps that are holding you back from getting clients from your content with my free Find and Fix the Gaps in Your Instagram Strategy quiz. All you have to do is take 5 minutes to fill out the quiz and you will get the exact roadmap you need to start getting sales from your Instagram content. Get your copy of the quiz at sociallyyours.biz/findandfixed. All spelled out, all one word, find and fixed, or check the link in the show notes. Because if you don't have that connection piece, your followers won't convert to buyers. I feel like a lot of time the social aspect of social media marketing is just taken out of the equation because we get so focused on sales, right? But the sales don't happen if there's no connection, especially on social media. Like social media is literally made for connection. Welcome to the Mompreneur Mastery Podcast, where we share actionable Instagram strategies that fit into a busy mom's schedule so that you can get more engagement, more leads, and more sales in less time so you can spend more quality time with your family. I'm Sydney O'Brien, an Instagram strategist who started my business with 3 kids under 5 and found a way to do it without sacrificing quality time with my family and only working 2 to 3 hours a day. I love helping other mom business owners find that seemingly impossible mom work-life balance instead of spending too much time creating content that isn't getting them the results they want. If you're an overwhelmed but very ambitious business owner and you want to strategize the heck out of your Instagram account so that you can save time and make more sales, you're in the right place. Welcome to episode 18 of Mompreneur Mastery. This one is going to be all about constructing the perfect Instagram post. It's the 3rd episode in the Instagram 101 series that I'm doing. And while there is no real perfect post, I feel like even though I do this all the time, I always look back on content and be like, oh, I should have put this instead, or I should have added this or taken this out. But basically, I'm going to go over all the things you need to have in your post to have it be successful. And by successful, I mean have it achieve the goal that you set for it. Each post should have a singular purpose. And when I say be successful, I mean it serves that purpose and gets you the specific results that you want from that post, whether it's shares or saves or comments, website clicks, anything like that. All right, so the first thing that anyone sees is the visual aspect of your post, right? So you want to make sure it's clear. You want to make sure it's balanced, that it's not a bunch of graphics on like one side or on the top. The whole visual should be balanced and clear and not overwhelming. You don't want it to be too busy with a bunch of different like graphics or elements in there. Now, another big thing is it should have a hook. Every single post, whether it's a reel or a static image or a carousel, should start with a hook. This is going to be the thing that gets your followers and non-followers, anyone who sees your post, to stop scrolling and start consuming your content. And so for a hook to be successful and stop that scroll, it has to be so super relatable to your specific target audience. Questions work really well. Mentioning pain points or transformations or like desired outcomes that your audience wants or wants to learn more about all work really well. If your post is text-based, like a carousel, don't make it super text-heavy. People are not on Instagram to spend a ton of time reading. So keep it short and to the point so that they actually consume the content that you're creating and follow through with whatever call to action you're adding. Speaking of the call to action, there should be just one. Choose one thing you want them to do and tell them to do it. That's the call to action. You can have one in your post. You can also have one in your caption, but it should be the same thing. I know it sounds a little silly and like it wouldn't be this way, but if you do several different calls to action, like follow me or comment this, or save this post. If you have too many, people aren't going to do any of them. So pick one thing and stick with it, and make sure in the call to action, you're giving them a reason to do this action that you want them to do. So follow me for more help with whatever it is that you do, or comment and I can give you advice on whatever topic that you're posting about. Make it specific and concise. Now for the caption itself, whether you have a short caption or a long caption, it needs to be super relevant to both your audience and to this particular post. Okay. So if you're making a reel about, I don't know, about like macro-friendly meals you can take to lunch, don't then make the caption about finding time to work out in a busy day or something. It needs to coincide with what you're actually posting about. The best and easiest way to get people to both connect with you and follow through on whatever call to action you're putting in your caption is to use your caption to paint a picture that will resonate with your target audience. Because if you don't have that connection piece, your followers won't convert to buyers. I feel like a lot of time the social aspect of social media marketing is just taken out of the equation because we get so focused on sales, right? But the sales don't happen if there's no connection, especially on social media. Like social media is literally made for connection. So your content and your captions, along with, conversations you're having in DMs, are a great way to connect with people, connect with your target audience, because most business owners, are in their own target audience. So you know what these people are feeling, you know what they need help with, and you know how to help them now that you're an authority and an expert in your industry. So just make sure that you're framing your caption from the perspective of things that will resonate with them and make them think, oh yeah, this is me. And make it the content and your caption about your target audience and not so much what you're selling. Obviously mention what you're selling, but your caption should really paint this picture of where your target audience is at, like right now, how they're feeling, what situations they're in, because they have this problem that your services can help solve. And then also show what life can look like for them after this problem is solved. Showing that transformation piece of it is so important, but definitely take the time to flesh out those captions and paint the picture for both the before and the after, so you can really get that connection. And also it shows that you know what you're talking about. You are showing that you can get them that transformation because you've been there. You understand what they're going through and what they're feeling right now. The other thing to include in a caption would be hashtags. I went through that in I think 2 episodes ago, and I will link it to the show notes if you haven't listened to it yet. Now, if your post is a reel and not like images or a carousel, make sure you're thinking about watch time. The number one indicator, like consistent indicator for a reel, because the audio can be very hit or miss, is watch time. The more time people spend watching your reel, the more Instagram is going to show it to similar profiles. So this is where using that hook is going to come in handy, where making sure your content is super relatable and resonates with your target audience is going to come in super, super handy. These are the things that are just going to take your content to the next level to make sure that the people that you can help, your absolute dream clients, are actually watching it, they're reading it, they are consuming it, they're engaging, they're following through on whatever call to action that you're sharing. And then they're in just, a much better position to trust you as the authority that you are and purchase whatever offer that you are selling them. All right. If that was helpful, I would love to hear from you. If you want feedback on content or captions that you've already written and shared, keep an eye out for my Black Friday offer of an audit plus training plus guide to go over all the things to make sure that your content is not only attracting new followers that are in your target audience, but also connecting with them, resonating with them, and converting them into paying clients for your business. Thank you so much for listening to Mompreneur Mastery, Simple Instagram Strategy for Busy Moms.
If you were listening to this episode and found yourself nodding along, I would love it if you would find me on Instagram and send me a message telling me your biggest takeaway. My handle is at socially.yours.strategist. And don't forget to grab your free 1 month of Conversation Starters content calendar so that you know exactly what to post to get more comments without spending hours brainstorming Instagram post ideas. You can get it at sociallyyours.biz/content-calendar or head to the link in the show notes.
Hey, mompreneur. I know that selling your offers on Instagram is really hard. First, you gotta know how to word your content to make sure that it clearly shows how amazeballs your offer is. And then you also have to know how to craft the content to make sure it appeases the algorithm gods so it actually gets seen by the people most likely to buy it. My goal is to help moms help their families through their online businesses. That is why I made Carousels That Sell. Carousels That Sell is a collection of 7 Instagram carousels and captions that have made me over $20,000. So I turn them into plug-and-play templates so that you can get the same results. Carousels That Sell is super easy to use, so you can easily create and schedule the content and will help sell your offers for you while you're off playing with your kids. Grab the templates that have made me over $20K for only $27 at sociallyyours.biz/carousels-that-sell so you can grow your business bank account faster than your kid outgrows their clothes.